everyone. It's Cassandra Williamson coming to you with breaking news about the tragic shooting. I do not know the status of any of this regarding Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. That is one of the most horrendous things in this world that can be done, is going out and committing an act of violence against someone you may disagree with. I don't know the situation. We don't know exactly how this occurred or who did what or why. But I do know that Charlie Kirk was shot at Utah Valley University today, and it is a deplorable act of violence and just stupidity on the part of whoever pulled that darn trigger. So I want you to keep Charlie Kirk in your prayers and your thoughts if you do pray or whatever you need to do, but keep Charlie Kirk in your prayers. He's a family man of about 31 years of age, has some children and a wife, and he's the founder of Turning Point USA. And sure, I disagree with everything the man stands for, but this kind of violence needs to be called out now. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. I don't know who did this or why. I know that the FBI and the local police are investigating at this moment, but I want you to keep Charlie Kirk, his family, and the attendees there at that Turning Point USA event at Utah Valley University in your mind, in your thoughts, prayers, because my heart goes out to these people, this family, this person. I hate violence. I hate it with a passion. Wherever it comes from, it needs to be dealt with swiftly. So just do that if you would. Keep Charlie Kirk in your mind, he and his family. Let me see if I can put a picture of him on the screen and get me off of it. I want to throw Charlie out there. He and I have had brushes in the past. Basically, we disagree, like I said before, on everything. But that is no reason to go shoot someone. And if it's anybody that I know about or anybody in this other community over here on the left or wherever it might have come from, a disgruntled student there at Utah Valley University, whatever it might be, that person needs to be held to the highest account possible. Charlie Kirk is a public figure. He has a lot of influence. And as I said, can't stand what the man stands for, but he has a right to that, because I serve for every single American and their viewpoints and their ideas, their thinking. That's what makes this country great, is the fact that we are different. We are diverse. We're not a monolithic bunch of people stuck in some echo chamber somewhere. And those people stuck in the echo chamber, right or left, you're exacerbating the anger and vitriol that's going across this country right now. It's got to stop, folks. Let me put Charlie's picture up here. So I just want to tell you, he was shot. We don't know yet what the results are saying. Suspect is in custody, according to Fox News. The university police there are saying that at this point in time. Don't know anything else about that. Let me see. I'm reading a story on my monitor up here. CNN over here. Shot event in Utah. Source familiar matter says the extent of his injuries are not immediately clear. And so they'll update their story. And I think Fox is doing the same thing there. So regardless of the ideological position we may have, this person is an American. He is entitled to his beliefs and our defense of his right to those beliefs. Even though we will disagree, he's still an American. He's still deserving of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness the way he sees fit. He makes those decisions for himself. He made those decisions for himself and his family. I stand behind his right to do that. I just wish they'd stand behind my right to be who I am too, but you know how that goes, right? But I just want to say that Charlie Kirk, keep him in your thought and prayers, because this is just craziness, folks. The violence, the anger, the vitriol that sweeps across this country because left and right gin up this kind of stuff. You got people over here saying one thing and commit these people to that thing, put those people in prison for that or whatever it is. But it's all leading to something like this, where a young man, 31-year-old man, father of two, and a husband, brother or sibling. I don't know if he has any brothers or sisters or whatever. He's got parents. Keep Charlie in your thoughts. It's horrendous that he was shot at one of his events today. I'm disgusted by that. Absolutely horrendously disgusted. So I'm waiting for news updates right now. Chaffetz, I think Jason Chaffetz was there, gives an eyewitness account of that. He's on Fox News. You can go over to Fox News and watch that show. CNN, let me see what they're doing, if anything. I don't even know where CNN is. I don't know the buttons for CNN. I've got Fox News on my screen because that's what I have. Because I like to know who's doing what and why. I keep up on top of all that. So anyway, breaking news again. Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, a father, husband, a very influential person over on the right who has access to this current president, was shot today. And I find that to be the most horrendous thing that's ever been done because of our politics, because of our political division. And you're going to have people out there today going all kinds of stuff saying, whatever, somebody did it because of that reason or this reason. And you know how you can tell that they're being divisive about it? You know how you can tell that they're fanning those flames of division? Because they'll find out some character, some identity that identifies that person who pulled that trigger, and then they will spend a day, several days, talking about that one thing when they need to be talking about the fact that Charlie Kirk was shot, and it was just asinine, stupid. Whoever pulled that trigger, I hope you rot in hell. Charlie and I don't agree on virtually everything, but he is an American, and I will defend his right from now until eternity to believe and think about and promote his views of the world as he sees fit. That's what we're supposed to do, right? In this country. And we're not supposed to do it in a way that actually causes death to another person. But don't think that political violence is anything new here. It's not. It is not. First one that comes to mind is Hamilton and Burr. It was over a matter of honor for those two. At least it was for Hamilton. I don't know about Burr. They really fully expected to walk away from that. And no, Burr's the one who pulled the trigger and ended up killing Hamilton slowly. But the political violence is not new in this country. But we've got to find a way to tamp this stuff down and stop it. Get out of your freaking. Wait a minute, I'm holding my microphone. Which one am I on here? I got to see which one I'm actually working with. Oh, this one. Get out of your freaking echo chambers and your silos. Reach out and talk to somebody who doesn't agree with you. That's how you're going to combat this stuff, folks. If you spend your entire life in an echo chamber, and I'm talking about even within the atmosphere of academia, even within the atmosphere of your political party, even within the silo that may be gender or sex or biology or anything like that, if you have got your head so far stuck up in that silo that you can't see anything beyond it, then you're enabling the kind of stuff that led to Charlie being shot today. I just saw this on the news not more than 10 minutes ago. I've been outside helping my brother put some rough lumber on his shop. He's wanted to do it for years. He put one piece of wood up and he has to sit down because he can't breathe anymore. He's got COPD bad. But I'm out there and I come back in to check on mom and my sister, and the news is on, and I see this from Fox News about Charlie Kirk being shot. So I want you to take the time and to be quiet and think about his family. Think about him. I do not know if what the status is. I don't know how severe or damaging that shot was to him. I do not know. We don't know all the details on it yet. But we can stand with an American every day of the week. Even if they disagree with us. Even if I righteously get angry at all of them. But you know something? I'm entitled to my views, Charlie's entitled to his, but that is no reason to go shooting somebody up or threatening violence. So take a moment and think about his family. 31-year-old young man. He's younger than all of my four children. Younger than all of them. My youngest will be 35 here in December. This is a young man. His full life ahead of him. Yeah, his ideology sucks, but he's still an American, folks. He's still a human being. He has every right to believe how he chooses to believe, and I will defend that right from now until eternity. Yeah, I'll also challenge him, but but he has every right to believe those things. So start looking inward and determining whether or not what you have inside of you may be leaning toward violence or anger or resentment toward another group simply because they're different from you. Yeah, I'll get loud and I'll shout about things that I'll absolutely just get livid about some behaviors that I see, and particularly within my own community as a transgender veteran. Yes, if I see people over here on this side doing stuff that are stupid, I'm going to call them out on it. So for right now, I want you to spend time appreciating the fact that Charlie is an American. Charlie Kirk is an American deserving of your respect for his views, whether you accept them or not. That's the important part. This is what's important. This is it, folks. We've got to stop drawing battle lines in the sand and saying, if you cross this line, I'm going to just do something horrible to you. And if you see people out there who are doing those kind of things, or at least leaning in that direction, it's on you to stop it, to call it out. If somebody knew that who the shooter was over there, I know the suspect's in custody. I know the suspect is in custody, whoever pulled the trigger. Thank God for that, right? Maybe you'll find the motive, but the motive is basically irrelevant at this point. An American was shot. An American leader was shot. An American influencer with the connections into this White House was shot. That is all you need to be thinking about, with the exception of, let's go with Irina Zarotska, the monster who stabbed her in the neck, and then she's looking up at him as she's dying, and he just calmly walks on away with blood dropping off of his little knife all the way down that passageway on that little light rail train. But you know what the most horrendous thing about that? Her death is definitely horrendous. But you know what's equally horrendous? It's the fact that there were people sitting there within feet of that girl, and it took them over a minute to even do anything. They could have wrestled that guy to the ground. I say the people who saw that and did nothing, you need to have the crap suit out of you. If anyone saw this person pull the trigger that shot Charlie Kirk and you did nothing, you need to be in jail as an accomplice. You need to be sued, put in jail, locked away. You did nothing to stop it. It is not about live and let live in that sense. Just walk by and it's none of my business kind of thing. Every human life is your business. Every human life. Well, except for, let me just put some qualifiers out there. I will call for the absolute destruction of the drug dealers and the narco terrorists in South and Central America. I have no problem with that. None whatsoever. You know why? Because those people's actions have killed millions of Americans without repercussion. Due process to hell. Those people have been absolutely the death of many people in this country. Many of them I know, well, not many, but some I know, some family members. So, yeah, think about Charlie, folks. Think about his family. You know what they're going through right now. Get out of your little box, your little echo chamber, your little silo there, and do something to support Americans, whether you agree with them or not. They're entitled to it.